So JEE 2025 first attempt is now over, and for all the 10 shifts I have come up with their marks versus percentile data over here. This is not some random data. This data has been compiled by setting all of our top educators and considering all the guess-based, memory-based questions from student side and letting know the difficulty level. And then we all have compiled everything, and then the data has come. These are not some random numbers. I'd like to start it from the first shift. We have 22nd of January, shift number 1. Mathematics came easy that day. Chemistry was easy, physics was moderate. Overall, the session was an easy session. That made 99.9 percentile. 0.1 percentage student are there in which you stand. That is 257 marks you got to attend. Then 99 percentile you need to get 193. For 95% 130. And now the percentile which is required to make you qualify for JEE Advanced, that is 94.23 percentile. These much percentages of the student you have to stand behind, like you have to stand far from them and to do better than the student. This is 117. This is your actually cutoff to qualify for the examination for JEE Advanced. Now 22nd of January, shift 2. What we about shift 2, the paper of physics was an easy paper and chemistry became a bit tough. Some unnecessary questions from thermodynamics were introduced which were not belonging to our syllabus that I found. And then for mathematics, the shift was still tough. That makes an overall tough shift. That's why you can see the 19.9 percentile has been decreased by around 21 marks. This is 233 for 98.9 percentile, and then 170 for 99 percentile, top standing among 1% of the students of the whole crowd, and then 95 percentile for 114, and then to qualify for JEE Advanced, the percentile went for 102. Yes, this is the marks for all of given percentiles. This is your 23rd of January, shift number 1. Difficulty level, physics was easy, mathematics was moderate, maths was moderate, chemistry was moderate. That makes overall paper as moderate, and you must have seen the percentile also comes in that way. 255 for 90.9 percentile, 19 for 191, 129 marks for 95 percentile, and 115 for 93.25. I personally think this was an easy paper only, not so difficult. So let me, because none of the shifts was asked in difficult way or as a tougher way, right? There are like three basically levels of difficulties: easy, moderate, and tough. Out of which I found that it's all over an easier to moderate kind of paper. Shift number 2 of 23rd January. 23rd January, shift number 2 is your fourth fourth shift, by the way, from the exam started. Physics was easy, chemistry was moderate, mathematics was tough. It is like moderate to tough kind of exam. I like to rate it moderate. The percentile you can find it is like moderate to tougher exam. That's why you can see a downfall in the marks versus percentile. So 99.9 percentile will be achieved on 224 marks on some lesser number of marks relative to the other shifts. 176 for 99 percentile, 121 for 95, and 106 for 93.24 percentile. That is the basically marking scheme, marks versus percentile. Shift number 1 of 24th January. This is your overall 5th shift, and in this I found that mathematics was tougher, chemistry was moderate, physics was also moderate. Makes this overall paper as a tougher side, moderate to tougher side, more towards the tougher side. So that's why the overall marks versus percentile has downfalled, and now we have 233 marks needed for 99.9 percentile, 170 marks enough for 99 percentile, 114 for 95, and 102 is your percentile. This is the marks which is required to be eligible for your JEE Advanced preparation and JEE Advanced exam to be qualified for your exam appearance. Then 24th January, shift 2, the 6th shift, 6th paper. Overall everything was quite on moderate side, and as the marks also suggest, earlier we saw on the tougher side the marks were reaching for 98.9 percentile, that was around 250 plus marks, and reaching to the difficult paper, the 99.9 percentile reached to 220. So it's a moderate in between of them. It's a moderate kind of paper. Overall it's a moderate paper M. And in this moderate paper, 98.9 will be achieved on 233 marks. 99 percentile you can get on 170 marks. 95 percentile you can get on 114 marks. And 93.24 percentile, which is the required one for your JEE Advanced, is 102 marks. Coming to your 28th of January, shift 1, yesterday's paper. This paper, the first paper, had physics on a difficult note. Chemistry again I found was very easy, and mathematics was moderate. That makes it overall reaching to the moderate, but yes, moderate to tougher side, and that makes its average again to lower side. 90.9 percentile can be achieved on 224 marks. 90 percentile can be achieved on 161 mark. 95 is on 116 and 93.24 is 103. I personally think for your safer side, you can pick 95 percentile as a qualifying mark for your JEE Advanced journey. That's what I think. Rest, your overall percentile, if I count for the overall percentile, that will also be giving a bit lesser than all of the given data. But for JEE Advanced, you require this much in the minimum side. We have 20 January, yesterday shift. I found the chemistry paper came a bit of tougher note, and this is also going from moderate to tough. Yesterday shift, I had some of the questions which were directly database question from the illustrations or some kind of points, extra points from the NCERT itself. But yes, database question, there is a possibility that majority of the people have not committed those questions, and that's why the percentile over here will be rising for the existing mark, or your marks will getting lower for a particular percentile. You will be finding 99.9 percentile is achieving on 220. Seems like this is the most difficult shift, and then 19 percentile is achieved on 157, 95 on 107 marks, and then your cutoff required to qualify for your JEE Advanced examination, that is for 92 marks. Letting you know, today's shift, 29th of the January, first shift, the exam of chemistry again came very easy, and mathematics is a bit tougher this time. Physics was a moderate side, and as you can see the marks, this is also a paper that is relatively moderate in each aspect. 99.9 percentile will be your 220 marks, 90 percentile is 153, 95 is 108, and 93.25 percentile will be 94 marks. So please be very patient, please be very focused about this number. This is a highly important number, and always be in the safer side, have some more numbers than that, and acquire your cutoff marks. That is evening shift, 29th of January, shift 2. 29th of January, shift 2 has all of the papers came in bit moderate note from chemistry, mathematics and physics. All of them were quite moderate on note, and then your percentile has reached to 224 for 97.9. For 90 percentile, you need 157 marks. 95 percentile will be coming in 110 marks, and 93.24 will be your 96 marks. On an average, we can see that the qualifying marks for all of you to qualify for JEE Advanced and to be appearing in JEE Advanced is relatively nearby to 95 to 100, and somewhere it may go plus minus 2 or 3, but yes, overall it will come into that range only. So be prepared for coming examinations, and do not forget to like our channel, subscribe our channel, so that you will be highly updated for my upcoming videos on the same thing. Also, your preparation for 2025 journey, what you are right now planning for JEE Mains and Advanced, will be continued from here. We'll connect with you very soon. All the very best everyone, and that's it. Let's crack it.